What's up everyone, Gids here for another video on Rakion because in an attempt to try to increase the new player base of Rakion, here I am making a beginner's guide for the game. So if you are a new player, this game is definitely gonna be very daunting and maybe a little bit hard to get into if you don't know what you're doing. So in this video, I'm going to help you all out in what you should be doing when you start a new account. So this is a fresh account, and we're gonna walk through all the things that you want to do once you start your account. First up is picking classes. So I definitely only recommend 3 classes for beginners. Actually, just 2, not 3, not even 3. So I only have 2 classes to recommend for new players. It's just the swordsman or the blacksmith. All the other classes here are kind of hard to use if you are a new player. So I don't really recommend playing any of these other classes. So it's just swordsman or blacksmith. Blacksmith has like the highest base stats of all these characters right here or classes right here. So I definitely recommend blacksmith as a beginner choice, and then secondary is the swordsman. I personally go swordsman because I've kind of mastered this guy for so long already. My second favorite is basically a mage. All the others are okay as well, especially for PvP. Ninja is very good in PvP. Warrior is also very good in PvP. Mage is okay, but they rely really a lot on their range, even for the archer. So archer, I think, is more of a supporting character in the backline. So if you want to do those roles, then definitely go for them. But again, beginner's choices are swordsman or blacksmith. Okay, once you've picked up a character, so you're gonna start with level 1. Once you click enter over here, there's going to be a tutorial. So I suggest you actually go through this tutorial if you are new into the game. So this is just going to teach you all the basic controls of the game. All right. So this is basically the tutorial mode. So I can just do all the tutorial for you guys if you don't want to do the tutorial. So basically there are 2 ways to attack. So you have your left click and your right click, and then a combination of movement plus your left click or right click. So forward, double forward, so that's WW left click is going to be your thrust ability, and WW right click is going to be this ability right here. If you hold down your right click, this is your charged attack, and after you've charged it for a bit, you're gonna be doing a very special attack here that deals a lot of damage. For your basic attack, you can just spam it, left click, left click, left click. That's your triple basic for the swordsman. So these attacks right here actually have different patterns, or there are different attacks or abilities that are available for each of the classes. And this is just for the swordsman. Okay, there are also different things, combos that you can do. So you can do left click, right click for the swordsman, and he does that thing. You can also do left click, right click. Oh, left click, right click. You have to do it fast, okay? And he does that, and that thing goes through shields. So shielding is basically pressing shift, and this will be blocking any abilities that your opponents will be doing to you. But charge attack, special attack right here, will go through shields. Also a grab attack. So forgot to mention the double click. So if you press left click and right click at the same time, you do this ability right here or this attack right here, and this will render you invulnerable for the animation, but it has a very slow recovery time, so you might be vulnerable after this one. So if you fail to hit them with this attack, you're gonna be very vulnerable to anime attacks afterwards. Okay, so if you also do the left click, right click ability on enemies, so this is in PvP, in front of them, you're gonna be doing a grapple or grip attack. So you're gonna be doing a grab on them. So there are 2 different animations, one for the grab in front and one for the grab on the back. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the controls. So you also have, of course, your jump attacks. So you press your space and left click, and then you also have your range attack. So you press Q, and this will let you throw a mini sword for the swordsman, an axe for the blacksmith. The unique ones are for the ninja, archer, and for the mage. So the range attack are kind of different. Well, for the archer, it's not really that much different, but it has just a better trajectory. So it just goes straight into the enemy. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all the controls that you really need to know. So you can just leave this place now and then go into the next thing that you want to do, which is actually ignore everything here. Don't go PvP yet, because the way you level up in this game is through all the stages. So stages are the PvE stages that you have in this game. So you're basically doing dungeon runs, and most of the stages are actually doable solo. You can just actually clear them all on your own if you know what to do. And there are a lot of things that you can actually do to make it easier. But right now, as soon as you log in, check the mail, because the mail is actually going to give you some good stuff. So you just select all and take them all, and this is going to boost you up so much actually. So you have this thing right here. No level limit is going to let you equip anything without the level restriction. So this one, these armor right here, 7-day armor that's given to you, is level 50 equipable, right? You need to be level 50 to equip it, but with using this item right here, all those restrictions are now out. So now you can just equip everything and you should be good. Even the pets, okay? Pets are like the most pay-to-win things in this game, so I don't think there's any free-to-play pet that's good. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's no free-to-play pet that's actually good to be bought with gold, so that's the only unfortunate thing that we have right now, the situation we have going on. But yeah, pets are very, very OP, and they can also help you clear out the stages so much faster. Couple things to keep in mind. There is an XP pack right here that will double your XP gain, so definitely pop that as soon as you get it. Growth necklace is also going to give you more XP from stages that you do. And later on, once you start collecting creatures, there's actually a combo info right here. So if you have a white dragon, black dragon, and a longbow, you're gonna get double XP and gold again. So the way you can get those are by farming event points. So you can actually rent them out over here for like 1 week each. So 150, 150. Oh, there's no longbow here. Oh, there's the longbow. So one for each of them, 150 event points for each of them. The way you get event points is through doing stages or just by doing PvP. But again, we focus on stages right now. Okay, so all the stages right here, definitely all doable solo. So you want to S rank every single thing in here, and you want to start from the most available ones before you go into the bigger ones, because there's actually a level limit to the stages. So there's a level cap. So if you pass that level cap, you will not be able to enter the stage, and you will be wasting a little bit of XP. So there's also chaos mode right here, which you can see it just transforms your character into its chaos form. So this is basically you, but a stronger form, and your abilities will now be different, but of course the controls will still be the same. It's just the abilities that your character uses is different. And you see there is a timer on the bottom right screen, bottom right of the screen here, that shows how long you have for this form to be active. Okay, so requirements are basically just killing those things and filling up your bar on the bottom right here. When it comes to PvP, every player that you kill will give you 1 bar. So that's basically it. And usually these chaos modes are pretty strong. So yeah, take advantage when you have it available. Okay, once you're done with all your stages, you S rank everything that you can, and you're probably pretty bored, then I suggest you start going into modes over here that are rooms that are pretty full when it comes to PvP, and you can just play around, try to learn your maps, and try to figure out how to play the game or how to interact with the other players. So most of the lobbies that are being created are team-based battles, so you can actually even just AFK if you want to and gain a lot of XP doing this one. But again, I don't really recommend doing this one at low levels, especially if you're less than level 30 or less than even level 40. I don't really recommend doing this one because your stages are going to be locked. Although there is a way for you to stage unlock all the stages that you have, but usually those things are on a timer, so I don't really like wasting those things just to unlock the stages that you don't have. And again, stages are like the main way for everyone to be able to get XP in this game, or the fastest way to gain XP in this game. So this is basically PvP. So it's team based. So this mode right here is the Golem War. So you see this guy who's glowing yellow. He has the ability to hit the enemy boss golem for damage. So you can see the HP of the enemy master golem at the top right. So it's the blue thing right here. So if I'm trying to attack it, I'm not actually dealing any damage, right? But if this ally right here is the one who's attacking it, then it actually works, right? So he's actually dealing damage. It's almost dead, and I think we win, right? You can see here my level boosted up pretty quickly. So this is why I don't want new players to be doing PvP right away. But if you want to level through PvP, there's not really a problem. There's not really a problem. Like, you do what you want to do, but you're gonna be outclassed, but you can also get carried by your teammates, which is pretty nice. So lastly, whenever you level up, you're gonna be getting 3 stat points, and it's pretty nice to actually understand what these stats over here will be doing. So basic attack is just your left clicks. So left click, left click, left click. Range attack is your WW left click, right click, space left click, or your jump attack, and your range attack, of course, when you press Q. Special attack is your charge attack with your right click and your double left plus right click. Grip attack is basically grabbing the enemy. Cell destruction is your damage against mobs. Max energy is your HP. Max armor is your armor, the blue bar. Attack speed is your animation time, which is always pretty good for a swordsman. Movement speed, very good for everyone. Basically, movement speed, yeah. Very self-explanatory. And then max cell point. Cell point is the points that you need to be able to summon your pets. So you can see here, cell point requirement for the Green Soul Cannon. Level 30 Green Soul Cannon is 4,300. So this is basically going to cover for the summon cost of the Green Soul Cannon. Okay? So that's pretty much it for all the stats right here. So some recommendations, probably we can do build guides later on stat builds that you want for each of the classes. But for now, I guess that's it for the beginner guide that we have. If you have any other questions, suggestions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys again next time. GG's.